Yeah.
Oh,
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to World Wrestling Radio. I know what you're thinking. You thought we were done. We ain't done yet. We're back. We're back for more. You can't hold us down. Playing Hulkster, baby. Can't hold us down forever. You can try, but you can't hold us down. Thank you to the 30, 40 people in here now hanging out with us. Let's talk a little AEW Dynamite. And for the 200 people on TikTok, come join us over on Twitch and YouTube. Link in bio, you know where to come join us. Let's talk a little AEW. We just got done watching it. It was a pretty decent show. My favorite part was this part right here, CM Punk. Well, I guess it's not CM Punk versus MJF. It's technically CM Punk beating the crap out of, what's his face, Sean Spears in 5 seconds, and MJF being agitated yet again. But what do you think about this whole thing with AEW Dynamite and the chance of them potentially even competing with WWE? That's kind of like the big talk right now is, will they compete with WWE? And if they won't compete with WWE, then where will they stand in this world of professional wrestling? I'm going to start with you, Mr. Daniel. It's been, for those of you, I'm sorry, I'm so rude. For those of you that don't know, obviously I'm Nico Extra. I am famous worldwide. Everyone knows who I am. I'm internationally known. Thank you for joining me everywhere. And for the other people, Daniel, good friend of mine. He's Mr. NXT. He's been going for years. Cool Mike C down below. If I take this off, it'll show all your names. And of course, everyone's favorite resident, Vinny LaSpada. Controversy creates cash, the king of it. This dude has gas. He's going to be right back. All right, Austin. Hello. This guy doesn't even care that I'm back. Thanks a lot, Kyle. My fans always love me. I love you guys so much. Such loyal fans. Saki the sock puppet over here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Anyways, let's get back to AEW. I think it was a pretty decent show today. We just pretty much watched it together despite Mike's issues that he has going on. I think overall it was a decent show. What did you think of it, Daniel? Give us the rundown of what you liked and didn't like.
I didn't think it was one of the better shows. I know there was a time there for the past 6 months where I want to say for 3 months straight, I think each show was just, it just got better and better every week. But this one was decent. I think they're really trying to build up for Beach Break. But, the MJF CM Punk thing, I think it's dragging a little too long for me right now. I want to start to see some sort of collision come here. And I think they're headed for Revolution for that. But they really are doing a great job of protecting MJF.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. And he's been MJF has been their darling for the last, 2 years, really. I mean, he's just been winning and not losing it all. And now he's up all the way to CM Punk. But when are they going to put the title on that little strapping young fella? You know what I mean? Who wins the title first, CM Punk or MJF? That's an interesting question. Vince, I will get back to that. Vince, what did you think about AEW for what you just watched? Specifically the 65-year-old man jumping off and piling through people. I am not a fan of Sting competing at the highest level like he is currently doing, but I think a lot of people are. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think about Sting competing like this?
Well, it's surprising to me that every time we see Sting, it's in a tag team match. It's never a singles match. With that being said, they're not using Sting to its potential. They want Sting to only wrestle 5 to 7 minutes compared to wrestling a 10 to 15 minute match, which I get. The guy's, 60, 65, so he can't go that long. And they just want to showcase that Sting still wants to be in there with the guys. He wants to teach the younger guys some of the older moves, and I guess this is the way to do it. You give him into a tag team, he goes 7 to 8 minutes. He does some crazy stuff. Now, I'm not a big fan of him jumping off the stage and trying to hurt himself even more, but this is Sting. He'll learn his lesson one day.
Absolutely. And Sting, I hope he doesn't learn it the hard way by, breaking his back in some crazy match. Because, I don't need Sting to do this. I love Sting so much. He does not need to be jumping off through tables and giving people, come out, do a Stinger splash, a Scorpion Deathlock, a Scorpion Death Drop, maybe even, and let's move on with the night and like enjoy that nostalgia that nostalgia Sting moment that we're having. What do we have? CM Punk as world champion would bring more ratings and more star power. Saul, I have to disagree with you. I think MJF has a much better fan base than CM Punk right now. CM Punk's actually, for lack of a better term, it's kind of the D word. You know what I mean? He's not as popular as people would say he is. And I think MJF would actually move the needle a little more. But
I don't know.
Mike Steve, what do you think about that? Who's first to win the belt, CM Punk or MJF? And which one would draw more when they do, in fact, win that belt?
I mean, CM Punk is going to draw money. I mean, not like they thought, though, right? He's not the needle mover they thought he was going to be. He didn't catch up to SmackDown overnight. He hasn't done it. Long-term future, MJF, but do heels really sell as much gear? And Punk's going to sell more gear, and who knows what the deal is with Tony Khan, where he's going to get it. And does he give guys a better rub wearing a belt or being a chump losing to a 25-year-old kid on the way up? I think Punk has to have the title at some point in time, just as part of his legacy overall. So get Punk on there. Doesn't have to carry it a long amount of time, but you get the pictures, you get everything.
Ooh,
I like
this man using my government name. I'm Nico Extra, bro. Don't be calling me that crazy name. Look who it is. It's Mad Dog. Mad Dog, an alumni of World Wrestling Radio. Thank you for joining us, Mad Dog. Thank you for that answer, Mike. That was a lovely answer. He's still popular in Chicago. He is, damn it. And I believe All Out is in Chicago. So there is a good chance that CM Punk could, in fact, win the belt in Chicago.
That'd be nice.
That's definitely a possibility. We didn't know you're starting back up. It's surprise, man. You never know what happens. This is my crew of homies and misfits. For those of you who don't know, we all go to NXT together. We are the dorks that do NXT. Pretty much every week, and we've been going for years, and we love that product. I don't know what to say about it. I guess I don't want to talk about AEW all night. I mean, let's go straight into it and talk about the shot heard around the world. Walter is now Gunther, and after the match, after Roderick Strong got his ass whooped, basically, let's put it honest, he took the beating from Walter. They said, and the winner of the match, and he said, night, it's Gunther. And he basically stopped him and told him it's Gunther. We had just heard recently that Gunther, in fact, was a registered trademark that happened with WWE. So it makes sense that this is the guy they're talking about. And I don't know what to say about it. Why did they do this? I've heard a lot of disputes today on social media. TikTok's amazing, by the way, for the latest news, along with Twitter. If Sean Ross Sapp isn't reporting it, basically that's what happens. Is Sean Ross Sapp reports it, and then 100 other people, including me, I guess, regurgitate what he says, and then they call themselves journalists. But at the end of the day, Walter here supposedly didn't want to give the name up to them. They wanted to get Walter, and they thought that he would actually sell it to him or give him the rights to it, and he didn't want to do that, so that's why he is now Gunther.
Right.
WWE Fan 972, you are welcome for the Rock action figure. That means you participated in the 12 Days of Nico, and I appreciate that. Thank you for joining me. Yes. Let's get right into thoughts on Braun Breaker. This is a very good question, Zion. Thanks for asking. My thoughts on Braun Breaker are, wow. I think the man is, thank you so much, guys. I think the man is 24 years old. He's the NXT World Champion. Sky's the limit. He's not great on the mic, but he is really great in the ring. Oh, look who it is. It's the executive consultant.
What?
Shocked that we are here live. We are shocking all kinds of faces here joining this. Yes, we are live. We're doing it right now. Braun Breaker, let's get back to it. My thoughts on Braun Breaker are, wow, the dude's amazing. I think sky's the limit for him. I could see him by the end of 2022 being on Raw or SmackDown. Absolutely. Maybe even competing in the Royal Rumble. What do you guys think? Vince?
Braun Breaker. I honestly, I do see Braun Breaker making a surprise entry in this year's Royal Rumble. And I mean, as much as I want to say it, I don't see anybody within NXT right now that's going to beat Braun Breaker for the title. I mean, they put it on a strapping young lad that's up and coming, and I feel like they're going to run with it for a while because, I mean, let's be honest. Is there anybody else that could take that place?
Not right now. I mean, there's a lot of people that are flirting with it. There's Grayson Waller and Solo Sikoa, which we'll get to. And I know I see one of you asked about that. We'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, I think Braun Breaker was really the immediate choice. And the shocking part is they got rid of everyone. If this is true, and I heard Roddy's basically his T-shirts went on sale on Pro Wrestling Tees at midnight last night. So you can now, I mean, is he gone? Maybe. I don't know if that's official or not, but he's gone potentially. Pete Dunne had a memorial service for him. So is he gone now? I don't even know what's going on with that. And then you have the plethora of the whole entire Undisputed Era, and like everyone's gone that was there at one point in time. Karrion Kross, Samoa Joe. Just 6 months ago, 7 months ago, those guys were like making a huge impact in wrestling, and now they're basically useless as far as NXT is concerned. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on Braun, Daniel?
I love Braun. I mean, I also love that nostalgia of how he is a Steiner, and he just embodies both Rick and Scott in every which way. And I think that's what's really cool about him. But he kind of has carved his own way too. I see major star written all over him. I think he will main event multiple WrestleManias. He is the prototypical Vince McMahon guy. And I think he's going to continue only to up his game. He's only been wrestling less than a year, and he looks like a savvy, seasoned veteran.
He really does. He looks really good at the highest level. I mean, if you can hang in the ring with Tommaso Ciampa, who in my opinion is one of the toughest SOBs in professional wrestling, and he showcased 2 great matches with him. Yep. So I think he actually does have what it takes. And he did have a fumble on his bulldog or whatever, but
it happened.
I mean, he's 23 years old or some shit at the time it happened. It's not really a big deal in my opinion. But to be able to compete with Ciampa at the highest level, and the problem with him is definitely going to be his mic skills. Yep. Unless he's just going to be the big goofy dude who's like, yeah, hey, I'm going to get you, I'm going to kick your butt. Because the other dudes are going to be superior. Let's be honest. A guy like Grayson Waller really is like kind of cutting promos at a top level to where they're like, hey, why don't you cutting promos on AJ Styles? Or let's put you in the ring. AJ versus Grayson Waller was good shit. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed that. And It's pretty cool. You stopped watching NXT? Shame on you, brother. Not good. All right, let's move on from NXT. I don't want to talk about it all night. I do love NXT so much. Obviously, we all do. But I think we're all kind of sick of NXT when you say we're kind of NXT'd out. I know Vince is. Vince doesn't ever want to go again, probably. Daniel said he's not sure if he's going.
It's not that I don't want to go. I just don't like somebody telling me how I can go and when I can go. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna drive. I can drive myself. I don't want you to put me on one of your buses to put me in a trap right to be on there for a god amount of hours. I mean, I'm just I want my freedom.
Right.
And what do we think about Walters now as Gunther? We didn't really get to it. Is this ridiculous? Is this annoying? Is this just part of the game? Is this just how it is?
He'll be gone in 3 months. He'll be gone in 3 months.
This is the end of it. He goes every Tuesday. He hasn't been in a long time. He's only been like once in 6 months, actually. Yeah. Christopher. Did we watch today's shows of Dynamite? Zion, you already missed us. Go over it. Sorry, bro. Look at us with all the comments. We're so very cool. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This has been we haven't done World Wrestling Radio in a really long time. This is my crew of misfits that go to NXT. Thank you for joining us. Keep asking your questions on both TikTok and social media over here. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. These dorks don't even know what that's about. Mike's on his phone, doesn't even have a social media account, but it's kind of funny. He said, I don't think you understand how important it is that Mike is on this episode. Mike C is actually on his telephone right now because he was unable to connect his computer. And for that, he gets an honorary. Let's give him one right now. You get a bro for that. Whatever happens to the WWE Championship giveaway that you're supposed to do on TikTok. I gave it away already, bro. And Kieran Donnelly won it. You should be up to date with everything that's going on. All right, let's get back to it. Monday Night Raw. Did anyone watch it here except me? Am I the only dork that watched Raw, or did you guys watch this shit?
I can't tell you what happened.
Yeah, that whole setting up for next week of the Lashley Lesnar weigh-in is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh, we all agree, by the way, for you commenting, we all agree that it's ridiculous that he's Gunther now. We think it's stupid, right? We all think it's stupid, but it's part of the game.
Makes sense.
So it's all leading up to the Royal Rumble. That's what Raw's about. The most interesting thing for me is this right here. Orton versus Riddle. They're going to probably compete for the title at Royal Rumble, maybe the tag titles. They'll be in the Royal Rumble together. They'll probably have some kind of beef or someone does something. I have a feeling Riddle's going to be the one that Stone Cold RKO's Orton and is the guy that turns heel right now, because heel Riddle is what this world needs. We already expect Orton to do this to Riddle because he's the Viper, but can it be done the opposite way correctly and Riddle become a top-notch heel? I think it could.
Can we all agree that the tag team that beat them, the tag team that beat them was one of the worst tag teams that could have beaten Riddle and I mean, absolutely. Honestly, so you got two powerful people. You got Randy Orton that's been in the game for a long time, and you got Riddle. Then then you make the Academy beat these two guys, and these two chumps are champions. Like, is this really what's going? Like, is this really what's going on with WWE? Is like McMahon's like, so let's shit on our talent and put two crappy wrestlers that have no business being in there, the champs. That makes no sense to me.
Heel Riddle can't happen with him being the shaman. Here's the thing: Riddle turning heel is the bigger deal. People are going to be shocked if that happens. If he gives him that RKO out of nowhere and then screw you, Randy, and then starts beating the hell out of him and busts him open. Randy's crazy. He'll take a busted open and be bleeding all over the place. That's the kind of way he rolls. So, like, I think this could turn really well for Riddle. And let's be honest, Riddle's gotten a pretty solid storyline. For those of you that say, like, guys that come from NXT don't get pushed up, that's Riddle and Damian Priest are the opposite of that. They've gotten pushed to the moon with their talent and really appreciated for what they've been able to do. So heel Riddle would be nuts for real. And I think heel Riddle needs to happen. I think it's the way to go. So, but I don't, what is it Riddle? Who turns on who, Mike?
Riddle.
Riddle turns
Riddle's
on Orton.
Going to turn on him. It's too obvious for Orton to turn on him and get him. It's going to be Riddle for some reason.
Daniel?
I want to go with you guys and say Riddle, but I mean, expect WWE just to WWE. And we'll go with
to expect anything. Vince, what do you got? Who turns on who?
I agree with Daniel. It's WWE is never going to shock you and do the opposite. They're always a company that's going to do the same exact thing. They're going to take something, they're going to run it into the ground, and they're going to beat it on for all of us to see. Hey, listen, we're the same company we've been for 40, 50 years. We're not going to change.
No.
Saul's question of the night is, will Ciampa go to the main roster and go to SmackDown? The answer is he's pretty much there right now, honestly. He's been competing on Main Event, which is the opener for Raw or SmackDown. I don't know which one. Pretty much for a good solid month now against Pete Dunne. And they've been going, they dyed his beard. He no longer has a white beard. And he's always ready to go physically. I mean, he's been ripped for years now. And I think Ciampa is going to actually do pretty well on that mid-card, put you over.
Right.
You know, be tough but not be tough. As long as they don't have his ass chasing that stupid ass 24/7.
Can I ask?
Be good.
Can I ask a question, everybody? Honestly, besides Braun Breaker, okay, if take Braun Breaker out of the equation, is there anything else that you guys actually give a crap? And I know what Mike's gonna say. He's gonna say your Mandy Rose.
Toxic attraction.
Grayson Waller.
Okay, but honestly, okay, you're gonna say Grayson Waller, but realistically, from 5 months ago, from what it was until now, do you really give a crap about what's going on besides Braun Breaker? Like, is it really worth watching? Okay, so Grayson Waller came and he fought AJ Styles. Okay, that was really cool. I give it to you. Okay, Randy Orton came and took a tag team match with, besides that, is it really worth watching now?
Absolutely, dude. Okay. Mike, go ahead. Take it away, Mike.
Well, when we take a step back to Vince's point, if we go back to Stand and Deliver last year, before Mania, we remember when Braun Breaker wanted us, Von Wagner wanted us. There were a bunch of guys on security detail for Adam Cole, Bebe, and Kyle O'Reilly. They were still backstage, and now they're the stars of NXT. It is a little bit too much too fast, and you're right, Vince. It's never going to be the good old days of Full Sail, but it is what it is, and you just got to take it and go forward.
And here's the thing, Vince, you're shitting on it, but the reality is there's Braun Breaker, which is good. There's Tony D'Angelo, which is entertaining. There's Grayson Waller, who's not sucky. He doesn't suck. There's Cora Jade, who's pretty impressive for just turned 21 years old yesterday or a couple weeks ago.
Right.
There's Toxic, who's obviously amazing. If you're not there to see Andy, then you're wasting your time.
And you have Legato.
The Creed brothers, who are actually pretty damn decent.
Right.
Did you see Creed brothers versus Briggs and Jensen or whatever? Like, they beat the shit out of each other. Them dudes really did. They threw down. And what happened was Goofy Creed, I don't know his name, the one that's like licking on his lips all the time.
Julius.
Not Julius, the other one. He ran in and he took a knee from the one that wears the designer jeans, not Jensen.
Oh yeah.
No, Briggs, whatever. There's one dude in
the mall cowboy.
There's one dude in Briggs and Jensen that wears like
it's Jensen
jeans. Yeah,
it's
like,
Jensen. Briggs does not do that. Yeah.
Briggs is legit. Jensen wears designer jeans. So
right.
He gave homie a knee that was unforgettable. And honestly, from there, it was stiffness 101. But that's what I'm there to see. I'm there to see Creed brothers. I'm there to see Braun. I'm there to see Raquel Gonzalez if she lasts for a little bit. Cora Jade. It's the game is changing. It's fun to watch it for me. It's tomorrow's talent today.
Well, what about Legato?
Every now and then you have like Tiffany Stratton, Nikita. What's her face come out? You never know. Daniel, why do you go? Before it was shitty. Like, why do you like NXT?
I still think it was kind of dumb to go away from what was working, the whole black and gold brand. We initially had a conversation about this when they were switching over to this 2.0 kind of rainbow, they totally shifted from, and we talked about it, it's a pop culture thing. They went from this hardcore rock, underground, heavy metal kind of wrestling to a, top 40 rap, hip hop kind of show. And I think that was to try and keep up with just modernize NXT and just is a today kind of wrestling. But
here we go. Just talking a little NXT, like right here, you're not excited for this next week in a no disqualification match, Solo Sikoa versus Boa?
I don't even know who Boa is.
Boa is Boa, dude. He's been there for years. What do you mean?
Who? When? Where? I've never seen him.
He's been coming out with the crazy lady at the entrance.
But that's the problem. They literally will start a gimmick and then without any kind of notice, just drop a gimmick all of a sudden. And
Duke Hudson. What do you guys think about this guy right here?
I don't even know who he is.
This guy, Duke Hudson, right here. Elvis is asking about him right now. This guy is a star, bro. Look at this guy. He's got the look. Yeah. He can wrestle.
Hey, it looks like Wade Barrett. You're right. He's a star.
You look at him. He looks great.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
This match right here, this thing was fire, dude. All four of these dudes are hungry. And I learned his name is Brutus. Thank you, Saki the Sock Puppet. Brutus Creed and Julius Creed is this dude. And then they had a brutal match that was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it. And don't forget this right here. Imperium is now full-time at NXT. So every week you go, you get to see our boy Gunther.
see that?
You get to see Gunther, bro.
It's
Gunther.
This is what gets me. This is what pisses me off. Okay, so you take somebody's name like Keith Lee and you add Bobcat to it. Okay,
Bearcat.
Okay, Bearcat. That to me makes me not want to believe in the product. How do you take somebody's name and destroy it? Or you move somebody up like Keith Lee?
Jason really on right now? What's up, buddy?
Nothing with him. You know what I mean? Like Keith Lee could have been a star. He was a star in NXT. What did they do with him? They did nothing but shit on him all the time. Daniel, am I right?
Poo-poo platter.
Wrong. You're not wrong.
I wasn't right?
Poo-poo platter, bro.
They didn't poop on him?
Yeah,
All over.
did.
All over.
Yeah. He could have been a star, dude. He could have been a
Biscuits and Gravy 2.0. I love it. I love that all of the people watching and listening are just like they know just as much as us, which is crazy because before I met all you dorks, I kind of thought I knew more than everyone about professional wrestling. Like I thought I knew the most. And then all of a sudden you find out that like there's other people that know just as much as you. Vinny actually knows a lot more than me about professional wrestling. He's been going to a lot more shows. He's met every MFer you can think of in this world. You know what I mean? Like the dude is crazy. He's got so many pictures with like Michael J. Fox and like Ric Flair, like just everyone you can think of. He's met. And it's just like, it's funny that we meet all these people in our ways that know just as much as Mike. He has a plethora of knowledge. This dude is like the shaman of wrestling because he's been around for many decades. We're not going to get into the number of decades, but like, Roman numerals, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's true.
You guys on TikTok, come on and hang out with us over on YouTube or Twitch. We're having a good time. All right, let's talk a little Royal Rumble. It's actually stacking up to be a pretty decent card. Actually, wait a second. Before I get to that, I do want to talk about something. Love Panda and Comic Punk Guy and many other people are joining together to do a charity that's going to be for Alex's Lemonade Stand, a foundation for childhood cancer. I've now joined the group. For those of you here, for those of you there, I have a Nico Mania shirt available. The link is in my bio. You can go click on it. It's at the very top. I'd appreciate everyone to buy a shirt. And I'm going to tell you both, everyone right here and right here exclusively, if you buy a shirt and you send me a picture on Instagram of you wearing the shirt, I'm going to put you on a wheel and I'm going to put 100 names on the wheel and I'm going to give away a belt. So you have a 1 in 100 shot of winning a belt if you buy the Nico Mania shirt. It's available, link in bio. You can also get it from Comic Punk Guy. You can get it from Love Panda. We might even put all our shirts together. We'll see how many we actually sell, but 100% of the proceeds are going to Alex's Lemonade Stand. We're not here to make money. We're here to make a difference. And that's how this is going down. So this is just my little preview. It just went live a little while ago. I know there's only a few people on my TikTok. People get sick of me over here chatting for 30 minutes. But I'll definitely be on TikTok tomorrow posting about it. And hopefully I can count on all three of you fuckers to buy a shirt knowing the charity goes to Alex's Lemonade Stand 100%.
Do I get a glass?
Will I sign the t-shirt? Of course I'll sign the t-shirt, man. Don't be silly. I would love to sign any t-shirts you guys send. And if you ever see me in public, please come say hi to me and take a picture with me, and I will post it all over social media. I find it hilarious that anyone ever wants to meet me, let alone take a picture with me. So, yes, come see me. Yes, I'll sign a shirt. Buy a shirt. Appreciate the support. If you don't want my ugly shirt, because I think my shirt's beautiful, but you think it looks bad for whatever reason, you can get the Love Panda shirt. You can get the Comic Punk Guy shirt. And I'm sure many other people are going to also be joining into the fight against childhood cancer, which I know, not to bring up a sore subject, but I know is very near to one of our guests' heart. Very special to him. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? So it's Vince and I have had many conversations about how shitty cancer is and how bad things happen to good people. And I effing hate cancer so much, and I hope none of us ever get anything like that, because it's awful, and fighting it is the bravest thing you can do, you know. All right, I'm trying to answer questions here, so that's that about that. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's get into the Royal Rumble, guys. The main event, I don't know which one's the main event. I actually think the first match of the night is going to be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And I think somehow, some way, Seth Rollins might actually win. I think Roman Reigns might actually join the Royal Rumble and potentially win and then challenge Brock Lesnar. But that's just my crazy long-distance thought in all reality, this will probably be the main event, right? Or will it be Brocky Poo? You know, who do you think? Because it's also Lesnar versus Lashley. And that's a pretty big match. So
It'd be a great opener.
Which one? Lesnar versus Lashley?
Absolutely.
Two beasts just going at it?
Just start the show hard.
Are one of these titles going to change hands at the Royal Rumble? Is Lesnar versus Lashley or Roman versus Seth? Are one of these titles going to change hands? Cool Mike C. Are either one of these titles going to change hands at the Royal Rumble?
Roman for sure will not. I mean, I know he got past the longest Universal reign when he just passed Brock Lesnar, but he's going to keep going for sure.
So you think Roman is a definite W?
I think so for sure. And then I think with Brock Lesnar, why would they treat him like a chump and have him drop it, after a cup of coffee? He's going to hold it too.
9 days and counting as the champion, so that's pretty cool for him.
Right.
It is.
What, Daniel, and Roman, any chance he loses to Seth, and Lesnar, any chance he loses to Lashley?
I think
if they do, they're going to interfere with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Lesnar's going to lose because Roman went in there and did some shit. It just can't happen clean, neither one of them.
I still think a title unification match at WrestleMania is the way to go.
Dude, I mean, let's be honest, guys. The biggest moment as young men and kids, maybe, I don't even know, Danny, you might not even been born. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, title versus title, was a really big deal. And that was the Intercontinental title versus the world title. Think about the Universal Championship versus the world title. Two definitive championship titles unifying to make one definitive title from now on, represented on both brands. Kind of the direction they're going right now. Jason, I don't even know what you're doing. Are you even here, bro? What's going on? Jason, are you here?
Jason. Just not.
Fucking weirdo, bro. No, we love
He's
that
here
guy.
in spirit.
Roman is gonna retain. We think so too. I think Roman doesn't lose. I made that up earlier. That's just kind of like my extreme, like crazy bullshit thing that's gonna happen is Roman's gonna lose and then retain. But I don't actually think that's how it's gonna go down.
Jason's here. See. He's driving.
Lesnar versus Lashley will blood spill for over this? Will this be a brutal match as you think, or will it not be like that?
Let's hope
He's
so.
Driving. Oh, Jason's driving. Nice. Daniel, what do you think about Lesnar versus Lashley? Will their blood be spilled? Do you think it's going to be the opener? Do you think
not
Lesnar
intentionally
easily wins?
Not intentionally. I don't think it's an easy win for anybody. I think they're both going to have a hard-hitting match for 5 to 8 minutes, and it's going to be awesome. But we're going to.
You're so right. It's not going to be a barn burner for sure.
No.
Brock versus Roman, winner take all, make it happen, take my money.
Needs to happen.
Are we all going to WrestleMania, even though we hate wrestling, supposedly? No?
No. I'm down to...
Are you going?
I'm going.
Vince?
To Dallas.
I might be in Dallas. I'm not sure if I'm going to Mania.
I'm definitely going to Mania. I'll see you guys
You're
there.
You're going to be in Dallas?
Better have some Nico Mania shirts there. I want to see
them. There's so many other promotions and so many.
Always Nico Mania to WrestleMania. That'd be amazing.
I might go one night.
You know who's going to wear a Nico Mania shirt to WrestleMania? This guy right here.
One of the nights would be good.
Right? Miz and Maryse versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. This is going to be a fun match. You know what I mean? We're going to see Beth get to basically beat the living crap out of Maryse because she's a horrible wrestler, but she'll be entertaining. And Miz and Edge, I mean, this is not going to be a hard-hitting match by any means, but it's going to be entertaining to see these two square off. It is kind of two icons, four Hall of Famers, I guess, if Maryse makes the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Does she? How does that work?
It's Daniel, like Mania 33 all over again with the Miz and a couples match.
We'll let Mike go then. Who you got, Mike?
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh, I was just thinking out loud. I was just thinking about, Mania in Orlando where Miz did the same thing with Cena and Nikki.
Yeah, they did. But who do you have for this one? Do you have Miz or do you have Edge?
Edge for sure.
Who you got, Daniel?
I mean, I don't think Beth Phoenix loses in her first match back, and I think she actually
Make
gets
it happen.
over
I like
Maryse.
it.
I think Phoenix over Maryse, and Edge and Miz continue the feud.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. If any title changes hand, I think the biggest shocker would be this one, because I could see Bianca making her lose, and then Becky going in and making Bianca lose again, and then getting the Royal Rumble and going to main event, but Bianca winning the belt between then and now. And then now she's the champ. It has to be Bianca versus Becky at the end of the day. I think Liv had her little moment. I've heard Sasha is not going to be around. She might be around for WrestleMania. She's definitely not going to be around for the Rumble. Who else is going to compete against Becky Lynch?
Bailey, if she's healthy by Mania.
I don't know what's more ridiculous, the name Doudrop or the fact that Becky Lynch is facing Doudrop for a title match. I don't know what's more ridiculous, because she obviously, to me, she shouldn't be in the title picture. She's not that great. She's a newcomer. She didn't pay her dues, and now we're giving her title defense. What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Watch WWE. I mean, look at Nikki ASH. Should she have been in the title picture? And she got the title.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Hell
That's
no.
how ridiculous they are. If they'll give Nikki ASH a thing, Doudrop is next, apparently.
That's
ridiculous.
I think Doudrop, I don't agree with you at all. I actually think Doudrop's a good wrestler. I think she's
very good.
It's the name.
She's very good.
The name's
There's
stupid,
no
but
doubt
the name sticks out. You know who she is now. She became a household name in a matter of months.
But
She's
why
not
not
winning.
just
She's not winning.
Power
If you're
stroke
asking
with the
if that's
Nico
gonna
Mania
change,
shirt. I
that's
love you, bro. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you on the wheel. Send me a picture of you when you.
Why not just change Doudrop back to? I know she was Piper Niven.
Nico Mania shirt has officially been sold. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
You could just make it Piper, or you can just make her name Niven, and either one would be way better than Doudrop.
Piper Niven, yeah. Piper Niven is really Doudrop. Doudrop's cute. She's going to do her thing. That girl can wrestle. She got a little attitude. She's going to be on the grandest stage of them all competing against Becky Lynch, and she's going to actually entertain us all. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited for it. The men's Royal Rumble match. Who's going to win? Let's call your shot right now. Vince, who's winning the men's Royal Rumble?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Oh, I wish.
I don't think so, bro. I don't see it happening, because that means he would main event WrestleMania. What do you think, Daniel?
To me, Big E makes the most sense.
Of course.
You think Big E's easily going to win? You think so too, Mike?
Yeah. Yes, Big E wins.
I think it was going to be Drew McIntyre, but shit's kind of changed. Oh, this man says Austin Theory's going to win.
That would be
awesome. Imagine if Austin Theory wins the Royal Rumble.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Vince has been grooming him for this for a minute.
It's a joke.
That's true.
It is.
Dude, Vince, you sat next to me for many shows, and you know Austin Theory is a very talented.
He's talented, but he's not more talented than Finn Balor. He's not. I mean, for him to lose against, for Finn Balor to be beaten by Austin Theory, somebody was smoking crack in the backstage area that night.
I'll pick Sheamus. I don't think Sheamus gets the victory. I don't see that one. What do you guys think? Sheamus, any chance? Riddle, Power Stroke. Thank you so much also for purchasing the Nico Mania shirt. That's amazing. He says Riddle. I would love for Riddle to win.
Nice surprise.
I would love for Riddle.
Riddle
comes in. I want to challenge. I'm thinking me and Lesnar, bro. What do you think? Oh my God.
I mean, the perfect scenario is The Rock comes out number 30, eliminates everybody, wins the Rumble, and sets up,
Can
Reigns.
you imagine if 3, 2, 1, if you smell? I can even do this. Let me hold on. I think I have his music. Oh yeah, here. He comes out, starts talking shit to people. That would be amazing. Oh, what if they played his new it's about drive, it's about power.
No one would care.
Rap music that he plays.
Right.
No one
He
would
would come
care.
out. Saki wants Finn to win. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Austin Theory's not winning, guys. My vote is Randy Orton. No, I don't think so. My vote, honestly, is Big E too. I think Big E's going to win because he had some promo he cut the other day about he's not good with like how everything went down, and he's going to get his redemption. So my goal is Big. I think Big E's going to win too because that makes sense to get Big E versus Brock Lesnar in the main event.
Absolutely.
If it's not Roman versus Brock for the unification, that's what we really want to see.
Right.
Riddle winning school. Everyone out here that's saying Riddle. I want to see Riddle win. Like, let's make that shit happen. I'm totally cool with that.
But who does Riddle face?
All right, Women's Royal Rumble. This is interesting because there's a arrangement of oldies but goodies, and then a bunch of new, the Liv Morgans and the Cora Jade potentially, or whoever, but you're going to see Lita, you're going to see the Bella twins, and to be quite frank, any of them could kind of compete against Charlotte at WrestleMania because it's more about the spectacle than it is the actual match that's going to take place. I don't think he's looking for we already know Charlotte can have a 5-star match at Mania. I think it's more about the entertainment factor, and I could see her facing one of these old school girls. They already set her and Lita up for some kind of altercation that could take place at either the Rumble or definitely at WrestleMania. But what do you guys think? Who's winning the Women's Royal Rumble match?
Wait, Jason just said something. He said,
did you hear?
No,
did you hear Jason?
He thinks Alexa Bliss or it was somebody else.
He's driving, he said, so he's just listening. He's a cool guy listening to our show. Will we ever get a Big E heel?
We had a Big E heel. We did.
We got Big E heel?
We did. And when he first came to WWE, he was the muscle for Dolph Ziggler.
There's a question on TikTok that we didn't answer earlier. Who is the Forbidden Door entrant in the Royal Rumble? Who's it going to be? Because we already know it's Mickie James for the women. Impact.
I can tell you who I've been hearing about.
Huh?
I can tell you who I've been hearing.
Who?
Jericho.
That's not happening. It's not going to be Jericho. It's not going to be Dean Ambrose.
He's already been talking about
it.
He's already been talking about it.
I think it's going to be Jay White.
Who?
Jay White.
Who the hell's Jay White?
What?
Moose would be amazing power stroked. If it's Moose, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Wait. So
how dare you insult Moose, Vince?
He's not even that talented.
Moose. I love Moose.
Jay White? Who's Jay White?
Cody Rhodes, guys. Any chance Cody Rhodes
Jay White
for this shit?
I can see Cody doing it.
He's been
I can see Cody.
He's been teasing that free agent shit for a minute now.
Right. Jay White makes a lot of sense.
A lot of people think it's Dean. I don't think it's Dean. I think he burned that bridge with the WWE.
No way, it's Dean.
Okada. I would love to see Okada in the WWE, but I think he's too big of a star in New Japan to come over and get tossed over the ring like a bum.
What about Omega?
Everyone thinks it's going to be, Omega's injured with multiple injuries. A lot of people think it's going to be Cody. Let's see.
Cody makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Moose. Yeah. We'll see. All right. We don't know, guys. We don't know who it's going to be, but we're going to talk about the women's Royal Rumble now, not the men's. So who's winning the women's Royal Rumble, Daniel?
Lita, or, I think Lita makes the most sense if she's going to come back into a run, and having Lita and Charlotte Flair would be a great headline for WrestleMania. But I mean, Liv Morgan to me, I think would be the payoff for the great match she had at TLC.
I do too.
Not TLC. What was it?
Yeah, they've been hyping her up for sure.
They won.
They've been hyping her up for a minute.
So
Beth Phoenix, is she in the Royal Rumble? I don't think she's in it.
Could be. Who knows? And it's so sad they've released everybody that
Brie Bella is in it, so it could be Brie Bella. That's definitely for sure. Mike, who's winning the Royal Rumble for the women? Asuka. Interesting. Who you got, Mike?
Oh, that was a great one, Asuka. Now you would have another Charlotte Asuka match in Mania. That would be ideal. She hasn't been here for a while, but she would be a great surprise entrant.
Mad Dog says Alexa Bliss. Possibility. Could be definitely Alexa Bliss. You guys got some interesting names. Paige, potentially Paige. I would love to see Paige return. I don't
Love
think
Paige. No.
I don't see Paige happening, guys. So my vote is also going to be Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is going to win the Royal Rumble for the second time in a row and compete against Becky Lynch, who's going to win against Doudrop fairly easily.
Right. I tell you who's going to win, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is going to be the world champion and win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, because WWE does something stupid like that.
Jason says Ronda Rousey.
No.
I don't even see Ronda coming back. I think if she came back now, it would be the biggest joke. It really would.
All right, final question before we go to news and rumors, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. I just want to thank you so much for joining me for we haven't done World Wrestling Radio in like 4 or 5 months, actually. So I'd like to get back to doing this however I can get your weekly, bi-weekly. Let me know. I think this went really well, and we have good chemistry. And I'll even buy you guys some drinks and maybe even a Nico Mania t-shirt for being part of the program. Vince's forehead, Vince's backhead. So look at that picture of Vinny's backhead. I love it. Thank you for showing us. Final question. Where the fuck is Veer? When is Veer coming? Is Veer coming at the Royal Rumble? Is Veer coming at WrestleMania? When is Veer coming? Daniel.
Do we actually want to see him?
Who cares?
I think the mystery and intrigue is more fun than actually him showing up.
The jokes of just having fun without him. Awesome. Yeah, it's just a joke. Vince, do you even know who Veer is?
Yes, I do know Veer. I saw Veer a couple times in Sanford for an NXT house show.
I actually saw Veer at First Watch eating breakfast. Pretty funny.
So I do know it, but here's the funny part: is I'm very surprised they're not bringing Veer in with Jinder Mahal.
Veer is playing baseball. Someone is smoking funky cigarettes. Who's smoking funky cigarettes? Not me.
Probably Weekend at Bernie.
Bernie. You do look like Weekend at Bernie, bro. I love it. That's funny. Daniel Bryan, there's no way he's coming in, guys. You guys are ridiculous. All right, let's get to the news and rumors. I'm gonna play some music for news and rumors. What should I play? Let's play some relaxing music.
Relax.
And now, welcome to the news and rumors. I'd like to thank Wrestling News Source, our sponsor, for letting me go live on their Facebook. They've been so kind to World Wrestling Radio. They let me stream on their page. For all the latest news and rumors, go to Wrestling News Source. It's where it's at. Thank you to our partner so much. Wrestling News Source. You guys have actually put us on the map. Before you, my show was kind of down on the pooper as far as views go. But now since you guys, I put you on and uploaded to your website, I get all kinds of views from it. So thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. Everyone go to Wrestling News Source. Let's get into it. Uncle Dave has reported that Mustafa Ali asked for his release after he was given an idea for a new character, and he did not like that character. What do you think about this, guys? Is this how it went down? Was Mustafa Ali asked to do something that he did not want to do? Our friend said Royal Rumble, by the way. Is this how it went down? Was he asked to be an Arab, angry Arab, or something ridiculous? Because that's how I mean, like, what character would really piss him off other than the leader of Retribution, which was the worst character ever? What would lead him to do this right now that he would actually ask for his release? Do you think this is real, or is Uncle Dave smoking wacky tobacco again? Daniel?
I mean, I think there's legitimacy to it. I don't know if it exactly went the way, like, you know, that it's being reported, but I think that the Mustafa Ali character was kind of just on a lull, and I think he pitched an idea for a change, and I think McMahon probably pitched something else that was a little too off the walls and ridiculous, and he was tired of being on the lower tier of the mid card at that, and he said enough is enough. Like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's It's time to go, man. You know what I mean? How many shitty ideas are you going to get before you're sick of doing it?
Right. And I think Impact would be a great landing spot for him, too.
He also said Cody Rhodes will not, in fact, be in the Royal Rumble this year, and his contract could be announced today, possibly on Dynamite, next week for sure. Maybe I heard also as well. Is it all a rouge from everyone that he's going to be doing his thing? I think it's legit, right? I think that's accurate to say Cody Rhodes will not be in the Royal Rumble. Ali wanted to do an American gimmick, and WWE said no. I don't know how true that is. I know he originally wanted to do that. We'll see. Let's see. According to Fightful Select, Roxy did really well at her WWE tryouts, and there is a push to sign her with the company. You guys know about Roxy at Impact?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
She's a pretty tough. It's a girl, right? Roxy. Do you guys watch Impact?
No.
Let me make sure that it's the person I'm
thinking. Cool, Mike C. Do you know who Roxy is?
No,
I
don't.
Let us know in the comments about Roxy. I actually don't watch Impact anymore.
So Roxy,
I don't know all about it.
Carla Gonzalez.
Need a TV deal. Nobody gets access. They need to be big time if they want to do something.
The day after she was injured, Fightful saying WWE Creative was told to take Sasha Banks out of the Royal Rumble plans, but she will be available for WrestleMania. Is it Sasha Banks who will be the world champion at WrestleMania?
No.
I don't think so, guys. I don't think she's making it.
No.
I don't know.
Well, she's doing all these promos for NFL, so I wouldn't see why she wouldn't be a surprise entry in there.
I think she'll be in the Rumble.
She will be. I think she'll be in the Rumble, too, and it's going to be a big surprise.
Right.
All right, everyone. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining me over here. I had a really good time on TikTok. I'm going to end that right now. Thank you for joining us online and listening to us at Wrestling News Source. Daniel, Mike, you don't really care about being found on social media, do you? Daniel, do you want to give your Twitter out?
I mean, if you want to find me, we can talk some
Vinny
shit.
Laspada, where can they listen to you?
You can always find me at the Vincent Laspada Show at a new time, Sundays, 2 to 3 p.m. on Florida Man Radio, 105.5 FM, 660 a.m., or at Vincent Laspada on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Nice. And for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Nico Extra. I'm totally having a giveaway, and I want you to go buy a t-shirt. And I have cool logos like that. Look at and this. And now I'll say thank you so much.